Wow, my heart is beating fast. I was hoping that you could help me work through a pretty big area that I have resistance in.
Certainly.
I'm a singer-songwriter, and I haven't quite formed things into questions yet, but when it comes to my career, I don't even like to call it a career because I don't feel at this point that I have a career.
That honesty thing is just going to kill you. You've got tell it like it is itis.
I know, yeah.
Did you have someone up close to you that demanded that you not ever offer any deception whatsoever? In other words, where did this over-eagerness to nail your foot to the floor come from? Well, you know, you're onto something there, because what you're saying is, it's important to me to present myself accurately. And so we would like to present yourself accurately from our point of view, because we want you to catch a glimpse of who we see you as. We know who you are as you came in, and we've seen what life has caused you to become, and we give our undivided attention to your vibrational escrow, and so do all of the resources of the universe. And if you don't turn your attention to what's in your vibrational escrow, you cause a splitting of energies that keeps your life from going the way you want to. You've got to start looking at the real you. You've got to stop being so deceptive and looking dishonestly at the temporary you. You must start looking at the authentic you. And the authentic you is over there in vibrational escrow. You see what we're getting at?
Yeah.
The authentic you, the you that law of attraction is responding to most powerfully. That's why the stream flows as it does. You're over here, this is who you are, and you're uncomfortable until the rest of you comes with it. So why are you clinging so hard to the statistics that measure where you are when the authentic you is over there with a career that is beyond description from your physical terms right now? You've got to start looking that way and start trying to define it. And most of all, you've got to stop feeling that that's deception, because where you are is the true deception. That's why it feels so bad. Not letting yourself be who you are is the great lie you are telling, you see. And there are so many disconnected people willing to help you keep that lie alive. But you've come to a new awakening. You're beginning to see who you really are. And you know, now you've seen it, you can't go back. You can never resist going with the stream and feel good. You just have to go with the stream. So that discomfort you feel isn't because you're telling a lie. The discomfort you feel is because you're beating the drum of where you are and not letting yourself go with the authentic you. We were talking earlier about how everything that your life causes you to live is causing a culmination of this vibrational escrow. Do you know that if we took all day with any one of you, there's not one of you who could accurately define what's in your vibrational escrow, because you've been putting it over there incrementally, and it's been perfectly amassing as a result of the life that you've been living. So anything that you use as your excuse to feel better causes you to move in the direction of all of the things that you want. You're not choosing one or the other. In other words, if you could get all excited and passionate about this singing career that you are upon, that's already achieved, that's waiting for you to catch up to it in vibrational escrow, if you could get passionate about that and let those good feeling thoughts occupy the majority of your thought process, all of the other things that you want, you would be moving toward too. In other words, you've got to see it this way. Your vibrational escrow is always downstream. Your career isn't there, and your child rearing over there, and your mating over there, and your living happily ever after over there. They're all in vibrational escrow, and they're all downstream. So anytime you use any one of them as your excuse to feel better, you're moving toward all of them.
Right.
Isn't that good to know? They're not scattered around the universe. They're all over there. And your source energy is there being them. And law of attraction is responding to that vibrational stance. That's why you feel the call of source. And that's why when you go toward it, following the inspired action or the inspired feeling, that's why when you move in that direction, you feel so wonderful. And when you resist it, you feel so awful. Everything that you want is calling you there. And whenever anybody says to you, oh, you can have your career, but if you have a career, you'll have to give up all kinds of other things that you want. That's someone who did it with action, not with energy alignment. That's someone who did not use the leverage of the universe. That's someone who did not tune in to who they really are. That's someone who did not achieve vibrational alignment with the vibrational escrow that is the culmination of all that they are on every subject that they've ever lived. That's someone really going about it the hard way, you see. That's someone who wants to know how old you are.
Yeah.
Helpful?
Yes.
So let's just get some downstream statements going here. So just talk to us gently about your career. Don't try to make anything happen. Let us just feel, all of us, the downstream or upstream nature of your comments.
Okay. I believe that I'm really good at what I do. I know that...
Right now, I believe I'm really good at what I do sounded more like a question than a statement. And that's because you were factoring in how other people feel about it and what their judgment is about it and how much work they've given you relative to it. So that didn't feel all that good. So you want to go after that again until it feels a little better by saying, I've always loved music. I enjoy it. Sometimes I can feel it within me and it is intoxicating. In fact, I love it so much that not pursuing it is totally unthinkable. It's who I am. I think it was maybe who I was born to be. It's who I must be. I love the experience of it. I can feel the inspiration of it. When I get tuned in, there isn't anything that I enjoy more. I love the feeling of that connection and flowing. Feel the difference?
Yeah.
Just by going after that a little more and reaching for the way your source feels about it. I sense that the world is waiting for my expression, and while I don't know how it will come about, I know that it will come about, and I'm eager to see the unfolding of that. And I don't believe that it's possible to feel the way I do about something like this without wonderful things happening around it. And I love knowing that it's already done over there in my vibrational escrow, so I don't have to worry about whether it will happen. I don't have to figure out when it will happen or how it will happen. I know it's going to happen. I just have to stay tuned to the idea of it happening, and the universe will take care of all of those other things. And that's a big relief for me, because I don't know the answers to those questions, and I don't need to know the answers to those questions. I'm certain that I'm standing in the same place that so many outrageously successful singers once were. All of them were where I am at one time. And so I don't have to factor in those that didn't go along with the flow. I'm one who's going along with the flow. And I know that I must go with the flow because I've had plenty of opportunity to let it go, and I haven't even considered letting it go. That's never, ever been an option. I've never considered letting it go. It's always been so alive and bright for me. And that tells me that for the most part, I've been on the right path of this, and I'm willing to allow the universe to yield it to me in the perfect timing, in the perfect way. I don't have to orchestrate it. I don't have to figure it out. I just have to stay tuned up with it. And you know the way I stay tuned up with it most? By singing, by loving the singing, by enjoying the singing. When we meet someone who's written a book and they're trying to figure out how to get the book published, we tell them, write another book. There's no better way to get the juices flowing and to keep the juices flowing about that which is your future experience than to keep doing whatever it is that you are doing. Keep those juices flowing so that you're sending out a vibrational advertisement to the entire universe that says, I am a singer. I am a singer. I sing. I am a singer. And anyone who's looking for a singer, I am a singer. Feel the difference between I'm a singer who doesn't sing and I am a singer, or I'm an undiscovered singer and I am a singer. Send your vibrational advertisement out, and the way you do it is by working on it. Lie in your bed and feel the discord of it and work it around in your mind till the discord goes away. That's your work. Work it around till the fever breaks. Work it around till you feel better. You're the only one who can do the work. As we speak to you about what we see, about what we know of you, it feels good to you to listen to us, because we can see where you're going. And as we reflect it back to you, it does give you a sense of ease. But it's not the work, because when we do it and you listen, all we've done is temporarily adjust a condition, and you're just listening to the condition and feeling better. That's not the work.
Yeah.
You've got to stand in the condition where you're standing with the absence of people knowing what you're doing, and you've got to do the work. You have to shift the vibration. You have to feel your success even before the manifestation gives you reason to. People will say, oh, I want to be over there. And we say, what's over there? And they'll say, I don't know, I'm over here. And we'll say, well, tell us about what it would be like to be over there. Oh, well, I can't because I'm not over there, but I'll tell you about what's over here. We say, we don't want to hear about what's over here because what's over here is already over here, and there's no point in attracting more of what's over here. If you want to attract what's over there, you've got to get a whiff of what's over there. So what's over there? Most are very reluctant to begin turning their attention to what's over there. What is over there? Record deals, people knowing your name, people recognizing you on the street. What's over there? What's over there? A lot of money, plenty of recognition. What's over there? Recognition that's manageable, recognition that feels good, plenty of money, getting to sing what you want, getting to work with the best of them, getting to perform at your place of choice. What's over there? You see, you don't have to pay any dues. You don't have to pay a price. You get to paint the picture and line up with the picture, and the universe will bypass all the things that all the other people did and take you directly to your picture. But you don't want to factor in all the hard...
That's good.
It's really good. You don't want to factor in all of the hardships that all of the other ones have done. That was them. That's not you. They did not know what they were doing with energy. You do. Totally different thing. Jerry and Esther had a wonderful experience the other evening. Jerry met someone many, many years ago, long before he knew Esther. And she sat and visited with him. They sat in the front seat of a car and talked all night long one night, looking at the ocean. And she explained the success that she knew she would have. And Jerry was at a low point in his life, and it was quite interesting to him to listen to this woman speak of her success even before she had any evidence that gave her any real reason to speak with that confidence. But he never forgot the confidence that he felt from her. And it was a strong piece in his connecting to who he is. So years passed, and he began to see her. She became a very well-known face. She was on television. She became someone that almost anybody that you would ask would recognize. And he loved seeing her before any of that happened. And he loved knowing the feeling that she felt about it, even before she had any valid, truthful, accurate, documentable reason for explaining it. She knew that she would be successful. So the other evening, they were at a restaurant in Los Angeles, and the person that they were with asked them if they had ever heard of such and such a person. And Jerry said, I not only have heard of her, I spent an entire night talking to her. And he turned around, and there she was sitting at the table. And so he went over and visited with her, and she subsequently came and joined them at their table. And Jerry said to her, you always knew, didn't you? And she said, I did. I knew I would have success. I knew that I would have success. She was a black woman coming up in a time when black women were not having success, but somehow she always knew that she would have success, you see. And we say, all you got to do is find a way to know. We talked about faith earlier. Find a way to know without somebody else pointing the evidence out to you. And that's what most people are doing. They're running around saying, please give me evidence to know that I will be successful. And the universe says, you don't need evidence to know. You've got a vibrational escrow. You have all of the resources of the universe calling you toward it. All you have to do is be selfish enough to want to feel good, long enough that you reach for the thoughts that feel good until you acclimate to those thoughts of feeling good. And when you acclimate mostly to those thoughts of feeling good, you will be a vibrational match to the promise of your future, and nothing can separate you from what you want. Nothing can. Good.
Thank you.
Yes. Very good.